looking live at the Calamity Jones Hour. I'm Mandy Jones, the comedian, and as always, next to me is my husband, Glenn. He's here in spirit. He is alive and well. He's actually on his way home from work, so he won't be joining us. It's just me and a guest tonight, so bear with it. Sorry, guys. What are you gonna do? You should subscribe to Mandy Jones, the comedian, on YouTube. You will not only find the Calamity Jones Hour, which is every Friday, but every Wednesday we do the Calamity Jones Hour. We do the Wildflowers every Wednesday. That's Bonnie Scalisi and I, another stand-up comedian. We pick a different topic and a different guest every week, and we always include you, the viewer. So if you found us, please share the show, and please let us know you're watching the show. Please interact with us, and we will try to give you a holler. I want to thank Robert Soleil for doing the intro music to not only the Wildflowers, but he also did the Calamity Jones song as well, and we are forever indebted to you, Bob. We're not worthy. We're not worthy. It is the 30th episode of this show, so congratulate yourselves if you've made it this far. And it is March 26th, 2021. Without further ado, guys, I think we're going to bring on a crowd favorite, a returning guest, my friend, and now yours, the Oddity Queen, Miss Danielle Miller. Woo! It sounded weird saying Danielle Miller.
I hate my
I
full
just
name.
said it out loud and it felt weird. I've never called
Right?
you. I call her Dani. She's Dani on my phone. I've only ever called you Dani. That's why it sounded awkward. It sounded like an accent when I said it.
It sounds like punishment.
Oh, like Danielle, get over here.
Yeah, like basically, like only my family really calls me by my full name.
And I don't even know your middle name.
Or
We'll
like
do that off.
teasing.
We'll do that off camera. But we're returning. You're the returning guest, a returning guest. And last time you showed us a bunch of cool stuff. You're an oddity collector.
I am.
We're not only friends, but you're an oddity collector, so you also have many talents. I would like to know, can you tell the crowd what an oddity is?
An oddity that is anything that's really, not something you see every day, something that's sort of out of the taboo or the macabre. From anywhere from like weird looking crystals to wet specimens and bones and taxidermy.
And how did you get into buying weird things?
I basically started because I'm a horror nerd, and I started going to horror conventions, and I would pass a taxidermy booth, and I'd be like, oh, those are kind of cool, I kind of want something, and then it started from, cat skulls and lynx skulls and, animal stuff like that, to realizing that I could own human stuff, and I was like, I need to get on board that train, and then I realized that it was a whole different world out there, other than just, like, your local trapper, selling his stuff at a market. It's like...
Yeah, like a lucky rabbit's foot versus a human skull. The amount of care that goes along into
the legalities.
Now, we have so much stuff on the table here, but you said taxidermy was something that stuck out to you, and I feel like we got to show them this.
Go ahead.
This little guy. Seriously, guys, if this isn't the cutest thing you ever saw in your goddamn life, I don't know what is. Okay, so this is a little duck. He's real, and he is in a cowboy hat. So where'd you get this little guy?
I think I got him from my friend Justin. I think I also got the hat from him.
He's so cute. He
Right?
really is. He makes me feel joy just holding him.
Exactly. I was gonna bring I do have a a jackrabbit, a jackalope, if you will, mount, but it's on my wall right now, and I wasn't about to take that down.
And now you have cats, so what do the cats feel about this guy? Where do you keep him?
I keep him on a shelf, but I've had to move him a couple of times.
Yeah, because he kind of looks like something that would be tasty pie, right?
Yeah, they're delicious. He's actually gotten torn off. If you see on like his one side, he's missing.
Oh no, there goes his little hat. Oh my god. This is seriously the cutest thing. Was it glued on there?
No.
Okay.
But if you look on the one side of him, his his wings kind of gone on the one end.
Yeah, he's not as symmetrical. He's a little... Alright, so I would... If I were to buy this for you, this is something that I could say, well, his wing's all jacked up.
Well, the cats to that. So,
but that's something like oddities are just like buying cars or buying anything else,
Yeah.
where there's like a range of how well it was kept.
exactly.
And now, what does something like this go for?
I don't sell things. I really just buy them. I'm
Okay.
really just a consumer. So like, I bought a couple of ducks from him, and
So you probably got a little
I
bit of
probably
a
got
deal.
like a little bit of a deal, but I think like I got like a group of them for like $75.
Oh my god,
Yeah.
that seems cheap for a cute little duck like that. I mean, when
Yeah,
you, like,
I think this one is probably a little bit more because he's standing really well.
because
He has like
so
a little
cute.
wire. Well,
Is
just
he
flung his
named?
hat off. No, I have too many of them to name.
Yeah, he's really cute. He's really cute. He's very proud.
Yeah, he is one of my favorites because he does stand so well, and I like his dark colors.
Yeah, and just birds are cool, man.
Yeah.
I never was mesmerized by birds until like maybe the last like year and a half, and I'm now like I'm mesmerized. And
Yeah.
just like even just like sitting dead. All right, so you have too many to name. The cats leave these alone, but you've got some other stuff. So one thing you brought back, which we could do a recap of, we each can hold one of these things. Now this was, I want to say Andre the Giant, but that's not what his name was.
His name is Johan Peterson. Peterson? I have no idea.
Johan Peterson. So he was a famous wrestler, correct?
No, he was like a sideshow.
And he was just a giant dude.
Yeah,
this was his ring.
It says on my little card that I have about him, because I can't remember jack squat.
Okay, that's fine.
He claims that he was 8 feet 8 inches tall, 425 pounds, and born in 1913.
425. That's what I baked my casserole on tonight. Okay, so
you mean your mac and cheese? You're not casserole. Your mac and cheese. It was casserole. It was casserole.
And what does it say on here? JP.
Yeah, his initials.
His initials.
But
JP.
this was like his ring, like this fit.
And
on
this
his...
is so he would give these out so that people would know. So people could claim, hey Tammy, hey Colonel, thanks for guys. Ooh, they're saying love your outfit, pride of both of us. Thanks. Hey Bruno. Bonnie's saying love your outfit. So this is JP, and he was 8 feet 8 inches, and he would give these out so that you could say, so I right now could say,
I met him,
he was this big. Yeah, so this was like original, like, merch, like throwing merch into the crowd. Like, this is really cool. I really like the circus.
This is like the
stuff.
sideshow equivalent of throwing guitar picks after a set.
Yeah, I totally did. I could dig on that. And the thing is, is that a picture
This
of
is him? Yeah.
This is him. Wow, what
and
a
his
stud!
Right.
Just one haul. Okay, so this is him, 8 feet 8 inches, and she's in the back, so you can't really tell. It's a little distorted of how big she is. But I mean, standing next to it, she looks pretty decently small. So you bought all this stuff together, or did you come across more stuff?
I came across more stuff as I came along. I think
Oh,
I got
that's
the
pretty
rings
cool.
first, and then I found the sideshow card of him.
That's pretty cool. So this right here, it says on the back, it says this is a giant postcard, and I have some postcards also that I have from Glenn's grandmother, and they are it's cool because they're like this. They never have postage on them.
Yeah.
You know, an unmarked old postcard like these. You know, used to they would use them. That's why that people bought them. And this says tallest man in the world, born in 1913. Oh, so it wasn't that long ago in Iceland. It's where the big men come from, guys. If you're looking for to wrestle a 425-pound man, Iceland is where you're gonna go. Do you want to pick the next thing that we talk about?
No, dealer's choice.
I mean,
not dealer's choice.
Dealer's choice. House choice would be
house choice. I don't know.
You don't know.
Is that a poker term? I have no
slang?
idea what that is.
Poker slang. Does
that count as a sport?
Well, I think that people do not know about this sexy broad here, Miss Betty Page. And what I love about Betty Page, I don't know about what you love about Betty Page, but not only is she sexy, cougar, and fun as hell, but she made all her own stuff.
She did. She did make her own stuff.
She
did all her own stunts, if you will.
Yeah, she didn't have. They didn't have the lingerie and the sexy look that she wanted. Hey Nancy, how you doing? We're back with the Oddity Queen. We're hanging out, looking at some old stuff that Dani's collected over the years. Yeah, so Betty Page is awesome because she made all her own stuff. Like Glenn and I watched this whole documentary, and like she like cut the limits. Like there was this one part where she was with these mountain lions or like these wild tiger and wild cats.
Cheetahs.
Yeah, and she had her stuff just a little piece of fabric, and she had it cut all in slits so that when she sat, like literally, it was just one little piece of fabric covering her, and it was so scandalous. And she was covered, her butt cheeks and stuff were like covered. She showed just enough that it was so like tantalizing. She really started that
Queen of the tease. She really was.
She really started the whole thing.
Movement.
So where did you get this?
That's just a reprint. I got that at a horror convention. I just really love Betty Page.
Yeah, and especially her with the whip here. This
is
like
the riding crop.
Style,
yeah,
like...
she's right next to my bed. I keep her next to my bed.
I can feel it radiating off there. Yeah, no, what I always knew she was, I had always seen, and I knew she was like legendary. But when I watched that documentary about her, I was like, wow, I had no idea how she changed the industry so much.
Yeah.
Kind of like when I read Jenna Jameson's book. This is a good segue into some of the other stuff we have on. How to Make Love Like a Porn Star, Jenna Jameson's book. Where she lived, she was not able to be completely nude in her panties. She wasn't allowed to have bottoms, be bottomless, and she knew to make money, she wanted to be fucking bottomless. So she's like, got the littlest white thong she could find, wet it in the bathroom, and then went on and was like, I'm wearing underwear, like that little, that little loophole. She also, Jenna Jameson, was funny about her is she had braces and she went down to say she wanted to dance, and they were like, the guy was like, yeah, come back when you don't have fucking braces, like, and she went to her garage, and the next day she came back and was like, okay, I took my braces off, like, I'm ready to go. He's like, you're fucking insane, okay, like. But once again, that like loophole. So you have right on here the history of prostitution. Not that Jenna Jameson was a prostitute, but the history of prostitution. Where did you find this book?
I bought that from my friend Cole.
Okay, and where the hell did Cole get the history of prostitution?
I have no idea.
W.W. Sanger, a medical doctor, M.D. History of prostitution. Okay. Have you read any of this? Or
I've read some.
Just on your mantle.
I have read some of it. It talks about like the different, rules and laws and like what counted as prostitution and what didn't, and like what's a brothel, and but like from the different countries.
So are there like there's human rights in here?
A little bit.
I mean the history. I mean you're saying there's. Oh, Greece, Rome. Okay, so this is literally throughout time and throughout the ages.
The world's oldest profession, I'm telling you.
Yeah, and it's so crazy because you can't sell it, but you can give it away for free. Not that we're slut shaming, but you can give it away for free. It's just like it's like a running joke. It's kind of sex has kind of always been interesting in that way, and I'm a huge Dan Savage fan. And he always is talking about how like sex work is not bad, like. Some women have high libidos, and like if it's in a safe environment and the girl's enjoying herself and everything's consensual, you can get your rocks off and get fucking paid doing it. Like, because we were at Bike Week and there's these girls walking around fucking half naked, and Glenn's like, I don't understand. Like, some of them are on pedestals dancing and definitely getting paid, and then there's other girls that are just partying half naked.
Hoeing it up.
Giving it away. And for some reason, we look at that completely different. In society, and we even she's got to be making at least $50 being out there, plus tips, it's like a weird judgment even as women that we have to kind of overcome. So I'd actually be interested in sitting down with this because I'm not a reader, but I'm kind of interested in how
it's fun to open a random page and just read a bit,
right? Because like you said, it's the oldest profession. It's always gone on, and it's kind of weird because it's like there's always been kids around it too. Not that the kids were doing the sex work, but like you grow up and you kind of are the kid of the, you know what I mean? Like orphans and stuff that fell into it. There's just a lot of weird, a lot of history to it.
But like part of the history is these bad boys.
Oh, so
And
what
they're
is
a little fragile.
that?
So these are
that
brothel
looks like
candles.
Okay, so it looks like a matchbox.
It basically is a matchbox, so it was filled with candles.
So those are all little wax candles?
Yeah.
Can I hold one up for these guys
Yeah,
to show them how little these guys are? So this is a little wax candle because they obviously didn't have the stuff to just be doing, making a matchstick that you could do on your Levi's
it was part
there.
matchstick. So like the top here, show this one. So like the top there has like a little matchstick part
that would ignite,
and the back here is where you strike it. But prostitutes back in the day, this would time a session. And
so you had to come before this went out.
You had if he was not
that's
done,
not big, guys. That's not a long time.
That's 7 to 10 minutes.
But
so
you also didn't have the internet and like endless shit to jerk off to, so like your imagination was probably pretty slim. And if you're paying for the brothel, I hope you're ready to go. When you're like,
I wonder what some men do with the other, 6 minutes and 30 seconds.
I would love to light one of these off just to
see if
do
you want to?
Well, just to time it, we'll time it on air. No, I couldn't do that to your brothel candles.
Just not the good one. We'll light this one.
I'm just interested in how long it is because that thing might burn
apparently lasts 7 to 10 minutes.
Oh, 7 to 10 minutes? That's a decent little session. I mean, I would like 15 minutes at least.
Now we're just gonna sit here and like try to calculate how long it takes us to get off because like who cares about anybody else, right?
Well, no, it's Dan Savage says that a wedding ceremony should last as long as a good blowjob, no longer than 15 minutes. He's like, yeah, 15 minutes. He's like, that's like a decent blowjob. Like, he's like, and that's not like intrusive. Like once you start having like a 2-hour wedding ceremony, it's like you're just fucking out of your mind. Like
my sister's wedding ceremony was the quickest, most painless thing ever. It was great.
And we're married now. Party.
Yeah, I don't know if my parents were happy about it, but like my sister, she had her husband's friend like officiate that one.
Yeah.
Officiate the wedding. Yeah, I don't know shit. Officiate the wedding, and it was basically like you, yeah.
Congratulations,
you're married. Like it was the most half-ass like quick thing, but that's exactly what they wanted after everything that happened. It was like,
yeah, please,
donezo.
Yeah, please, you just want to be married and get on with it.
My sister's like, I just want to fucking party.
Yeah, seriously, just no ceremony. I know, because it's hard, and then babies start crying.
Oh,
and there's a whole other no children at the wedding.
Yeah, no.
That's
children,
good.
Yeah,
that's how I would have it if I had guests.
Yeah. Thankfully, all our like siblings are young enough or old enough that they're
that you're not leaving anybody out. Yeah. So moving on with the brothel. Now, last time Zuckerberg didn't take these down, so we're gonna pray that Zuckerberg's not gonna take us down on these. But we have some quick nudes. So this girl's sitting on the steps with her titties out. These are cards. These are
playing cards.
These are big playing cards. So these are cool. Where'd you get these?
I got them when I went to the Oddity flea markets.
So like you'll go to like how there's like regular. Ooh, I like the back of this one. Just like there's conventions for like gemstones and every other thing in the world that you like. There's oddity conventions. Mm-hmm. And so how do people? What's like the weirdest experience you've had like getting something? Like, is there something you've really wanted and then you've walked into a situation that was kind of weird? Because you're weird people that keep the weird things. I mean, you're weird. I'm weird. I mean, we were licking a skull last time we were together. Yeah, not last time. Last time we were here, we were fucking playing with the skull. And some people wouldn't even want that in their house, but we like pay homage to it and respect it in a way. But I think some people can't grasp. So like, have you had any weird like? Or maybe people that you almost dealt with and you were like, kind of sketch.
There are definitely a lot of scammers online and stuff. You have to be really careful and check your sources and check your reviews. And
I've had people be like, "Do you like gemstones?" I'm like, "What do you mean? Like,
And
are
it's
you a
like-
gemstone salesman? Like, are you gonna send me them for free? Like, what do you mean?" And oddities are weird because it's not like a gemstone where it's not like a weight. Well, a gemstone too, they're one of a kind. But the oddities are one of a kind. So how do you give like a, because right now you could say to me, right now you could tell me that's an $800 duck, because right now I would fucking pay you $800 for it because I want it and that's what it's fucking worth to me. And then you say that's
basically how it works, though. Especially
like, now that
especially
duck
with human stuff, like
yeah, because like especially once it goes in, like there are people that I'm sure complete their collections because these are people like just like tattoos, just like anything else. People get fucking obsessed with this stuff. So once you have a human finger, you gotta have the whole hand, or once you have a baby tooth,
once you
want
get a skull, you want to get a body,
and you want a whole thing of baby teeth. Like people want a whole thing of teeth, which is interesting, guys. If you didn't know that, keep your teeth. There's a market for that. Your own teeth that you're allowed to keep.
Keep your teeth. Keep your children's teeth.
Yeah.
Give me your teeth.
Keep dead ducks.
Yeah, well, those died naturally, so like when they don't make the litter, when they don't make the litter, if they get like not to be like that guy, but if they get like suffocated from like the bunch.
Wait, suffocated. What was he bred
sometimes
for?
They get
a chicken nugget.
Yeah, to be a chicken nugget, but sometimes they get smushed.
But he's a duck. Ducks become chicken nuggets?
No, ducks don't become chicken nuggets, but like he was basically bred in. Like, he's a farm duck.
Aww, this little farm had a duck. Aw, poor little guy. He really is sweet, though. He's got a good energy. And then I feel like this is triggering me, but it's also like my flag. What is this? What's this freak flag we have here?
Oh, it's my new boyfriend.
What is this? This is Freaks. A collector's edition of Nature's Human Oddities, past and present.
It's a little poster.
Let's see who's in here.
Well, that's just a board, yeah. Sorry.
I'm like, am I supposed to look?
It's the Invisible Man. Oh my god!
Is this an introspective one? This is
It's supposed to be a mirror, but it's not working because you're a vampire.
I actually saw a thing that was in the Bronx Zoo in 1963. They had the world's most dangerous man, and you looked in it, and it was just a mirror, and it was a cage over it. But okay, so what is this man? Half man, the half man and the female torsos. So these are deformed people, and they are saying that they have part men, part woman. Is that what half men and half female torsos means?
Is it the one where it's two separate people?
Well, this guy is like stretching his. This guy here is like stretching his
self,
his jowls.
Yeah.
And then this guy is on all fours, and it looks like he has. That looks like those aren't his real legs. That looks like he might be using something to help him walk there. This guy also is like deformed. So these guys must all have been part of what, a freak show?
Yeah, basically. So when people were born with, with birth defects or abnormalities or, anything really, and a lot of the time people couldn't afford many kids, so especially having a special needs kid was tough.
Yeah.
So they would, send them off to freak shows or orphanages, and then freak shows would find them. But like,
it's crazy.
Part of like the wonder of it is that like these people got a chance to live and make a living for themselves. But the sucky thing is like a lot of these people did get exploited, and we do need to realize that like a lot of people,
Yeah, when I even
it's
say
almost you
freak,
rather be an orphan, but like we use the term freak endearingly.
I totally do, but when you say it like that, it takes me aback that like really this guy, fucking jokes aside, looks like it's a fucking vagina on his fucking face. Like, and like you said, there's no medical fucking ailment. That's his family. He was fucking born, and they're like, oh, he's fucking can't be part of the family, I guess. Like,
oh, he's got a vagina face instead of a butt chin. We can't
work.
We can't keep him.
He can't be part of our fucking family name
But
because
like,
people were so shamed. I mean, people didn't even get divorces back in the day because of the shame and the.
but like,
you know,
people
like
wouldn't get divorces and they would just lock their wives away.
And this is the kind of thing like this. It's like there was no acceptance or no understanding of, oh my god, these people just overcame feats. Like, okay, literally, this guy's walking on all fours, and that's literally how he got around. Because they
That's
made fun of him, but that's
Yeah.
how he got around. It was that or a fucking. He wasn't in a wheelchair, obviously.
Yeah, what are you gonna do? They lay there and die?
Yeah, and and when you are in the circus, I mean, you almost have a sense of humor about it. As although you're being exploited, it's the God played this fucking trick on me. It's kind of like the not to be like soapboxy, but like the comedians, like we really feel like the clown-esque, where it's like picking out that like, oh, I'm a misfit, oh, I'm this, but also calling it out for what it is. But yeah, you gotta pay homage to the fucking freaks that came before us for sure. I mean, I don't know if anyone's been down to Coney Island. I've seen that freak show where like the guy has plugs, really big plugs in his ears. That's when you do the.
That's normal now. What are you talking about? That's not even a freak show thing. That's normal
but
now.
It's not normal when you are fucking swinging a bowling ball from your earlobes and doing all sorts of crazy shit with chains and your earlobes. And literally, he had a bowling ball and his earlobes, and he was swinging in circles. It was a cool freak show. And then there was a girl doing fire breathing and stuff. My friend Petey used to do fire tricks and stuff, which I'm just too klutzy to ever learn.
Oh, I don't trust myself.
That's total sexy, total sex appeal there. With the girls that could do like the fire,
the
like
fire
they
dance. I love it.
Like a fire.
I just wish I could.
On fire.
Yeah.
Total sex.
It'd be a lot of stop, drop, and roll for me.
Yeah, it's funny. My friend, when we saw him recently, and he told me that he went on fire. Just combusted. No, he fell into a fire drinking accident, guys. Don't drink. And he fell into the fire, and somebody pulled him out of the fire, luckily. But he was in shock when he was on fire, and he was like, afterwards, he's like, I thought so many times, like when I watched like Dateline and stuff, people not stop, dropping, and rolling when they're on fire. Like, haha, you're on fire. Like, don't stop. Why didn't you stop, drop, and roll? And he's like, I didn't think of stopping, dropping, or rolling. Like, he's like, I take back every time I've laughed at anybody on fire. So if you're on fire, guys, try to remember to stop, drop, and roll. That's my roundabout way of saying that. Bonnie's saying there was a show, American Horror Story, that was a whole thing about freak shows. I've watched American Horror Story, but I didn't see that that season, Bonnie. But that's a really good show.
It's a really good season.
You realize that after the show, the normal people were the real mean freaks. It's true. It's true. The people that are running the show, the fucking and like the wranglers of these freaks, the people who are making money off of it. It's like, no, you're the sick weirdo. That's also. Have you seen Big Fish? Where Danny DeVito's he's like in charge of the circus. He's the ringmaster there. I just love Danny DeVito, and I shout him out anytime I can. One had a small a show, horse smaller than a dog, miniature pony, and a Great Dane. Yeah, Nancy. I mean, that used to be a real thing. Like, they would travel with animals. So that's another thing. If you have a taxidermy of like a 2-headed animal or like anything like that, that kind of stuff goes for
a lot of money,
big bucks. Because first of all, it's a fucking abomination when it's born. So if it survived and if it was kept, because like we were talking, like there was this really bad stigma. There still is. People still keep things in the closet and don't know how to talk about. That's why I think there's like so many like awarenesses about every individual type of person now, so that we know how to. Like Glenn goes to the schools and he's like I don't understand why there's like speaking of, say his name 3 times and there he is. Hey baby. Nothing. No, I was just saying how Glenn goes to the schools and they'll talk about. He's like, I don't understand. They always make the kids like identify how they're feeling every day. Like you walk in and put a popsicle stick. I'm like, I'm angry. I'm happy. I'm tired. I'm sad. Like he's like, I don't get it. And I'm like, I think it's actually kind of good because like now it's like, oh, I'm angry. I'm angry this morning. Maybe I should be a little more pleasant. Maybe I should work a
Yeah.
little harder, or maybe I should stay away from people because I'm a little grumpy this morning. Like, I think it's more important to feel that kind of thing.
Yeah.
Whereas, you know what I mean? Like, oh, you know, like these, I saw something the other day. There was a little girl that she was jumping in the pool with a woman with the woman's son had autism, and the lady was about to freak out, and the girl was like, "No, no, no, I know." And there's a little character on Sesame Street that has autism.
Yeah.
So the little girl was like, "Don't even explain it to me." Like she's like in the water with the kid. Like,
yeah.
"No, I know what this is. He doesn't talk much, but I got him." Like, you know, and it's really cool that like they're spreading that kind of awareness. So like this kind of stuff is part of history. As much of it's like we're joking that the guy's got a really unfortunate face. It's part of history that this guy even made it to this this printed thing that was kept over the years.
Yeah, but also like with the freak show history, the sideshow history, baby incubators came from the freak show.
Huh.
Yeah.
Why? Because the babies were so weird that they would need to be kept in incubators.
And that's what they created, yeah.
Wow, and they needed to travel with the baby, so they needed an incubator.
Exactly. And then that design or whatever went then to the hospitals.
So all you preemie babies, or all you moms that had preemie babies, you can thank all
a
the freaks.
Thank a freak.
Thank a freak out there, because that's
if you have a preemie baby, thank a freak.
I'm pretty sure every baby just goes in, not an incubator, but every baby goes in at least that little tub for a second, right? That little area,
the little submarine, like the little bubble. I have no idea.
I think they clean you and measure you in there. I think at least once. I don't know if that's a full-on incubation though.
No,
I don't know. I don't have kids. I haven't been around a baby.
Yeah. I haven't been around a baby.
My friend's doing 420, so I'm gonna be an official person that's gonna be around a baby.
An official person that's gonna be around. That's how I feel with my friend's kid. That I'm just like, oh, does she have like a personality yet? No. Okay.
What is she doing?
I'll start hanging around more when she remembers stuff.
Yeah, and she's so my friend's just so chill about it. She's like, yeah, it's so crazy. Like I'm like, dude, you're like, it's like next month. I can't believe it. She's like, yeah, never. I know. She's just so chill. I would be literally freaking out. Yeah. But that's why we're not going to do any of that. What are these coins that you have here?
So these are Peepland coins, and they're
What are they coins? What kind of
they're
coins?
They're Peepland coins. If you look at them,
oh my
I don't know
god!
if you're gonna get this on camera.
Wait, we're gonna try.
But these are from New York City, and they're from one of the more famous or infamous, if you will.
Little buns on there.
Yeah,
I got them buns, huh?
Heads I win, tails you lose.
Oh, that's what they say?
Yeah, the other side has titties on them.
Ooh, wait a minute. I'll show you guys. Wait a minute. Skirt. I can't get the titties good. It doesn't, the titties aren't wanting to reflect good. Here, let's try some silver titties. There we go. Yeah, baby. Yowzers.
But yeah, so there was...
So heads I win, tails you lose. Now, where did these come from?
Peepland.
And where... Peepland is in New York City, and
yes,
what was it?
It was in New York City. It is like a sex store? Like a toy shop, if you will.
Okay, so this is something that you would play for, like a couple would buy these.
No, so you would take those to the back, and in the back would be a room where the girls would be, and you would put your coins in to make the slide go up, and they would dance for you, all naked and stuff.
But they always lost.
That's just the way the coins were designed.
We never saw the naked woman.
No, you still saw the naked woman. It's just like the way the coins were, because you paid for the coins. It's just a funny saying.
Oh, okay. So you pay for the tokens. Token gets you the show, and the token is your little souvenir that you went to see a little peep show. Hey, Johnny, this was porn back in the day. You jerked off to these. Actually,
not the coin.
I should wash my hands. No, but you would look at that coin. You remember? Yeah, I remember the nips on that one. This coin would bring you back to your spank bang. Yeah, that was a good one.
Well, they were like recycled more so. Like you would give them money, get your coins, and then you would put like the coins in like a toy machine kind of style thing. I don't know. I was never there.
Yeah.
And then, you know,
I'll have to look this up. Peepland. It sounds like a because these are the kind of things that like really changed history and like changed the game. I'm sure
before they cleaned up New York City, but yeah.
Way before. And there was no internet, and there was no like. Yeah. This is like the only outlet sometimes people had to.
This is pre-internet porn, which makes it classy. Apparently,
you got to be deplorable some way. There was always deplorables in society. Now, Turkish harem dance. Ooh, what do we have here? Censored for the Sultan only. Ooh, so this is more, as Dani would say, naked women. Now, what are these? What's this?
So it was like a dance group, and it was like burlesque, but not burlesque, because they were, you know, as you could see, completely naked. Stop, we're gonna get sucked.
No, you can't see picture on picture. We already know that. He's a robot. He can't see through two pictures. He also can't do the spam things. The like, are you a robot sidewalk things. I ever see him do one of those?
No.
I'm just kidding. Me neither. It's because he can't do one. Because he's a robot. Yeah, so these little girls. So this would be like a token of you going to see these girls dance. Mm-hmm. So this would be your little like playbill.
Basically, yeah.
Censored for the Sultan only. So obviously that you don't want to show the government is what this is.
Not really the government, but you don't want to keep it out in front of your family or your friends or whatever.
Because the Sultan is. What does Sultan mean here? Me,
like the person, yeah.
Me.
The sir, if you will.
Okay, anybody about to lay their hands on this.
Yeah. Is
the Sultan. I'm going to have to look up the actual the word. And I could do it while we're here on air, but we only have 23 minutes left here. So. I'll just get a dictionary later upstairs when it's more fun. What else do we have? These are men bulges. Ooh. This is actually what I was talking about before. Dan Savage, who I love and adore. His husband, Terry. Terry's photos, if you guys are on Instagram, he's so hot. But he does this kind of stuff, this like leather bulge.
Oh, okay, yeah. So if you go through it, it's like so what would be like Playgirl, but like you know,
this area right here, guys. Bonnie's laughing at me. All right, so this is some sexy dudes, guys. We already had the ladies portion of the show.
I'm an equal opportunist.
This is what they consider a dad bod now. We were joking what a dad bod is. How it's unrealistic expectations for men. But like it's not a dad bod. Yeah, these guys are turning me on, Dani. I mean, I don't know about you, but that haircut.
That haircut.
that oh, look at these guys. Here we go. Ayo. These guys look a little too young. I feel a little inappropriate here. So we got a card on this.
If you think about it, they're clearly a lot older than you are now.
Wow, look at that like freaking velvet on this. Oh, yeah. This guy's just stunned. This guy's stunning. Wow, they're wowing this. This guy, whoa, is this a tat on his chest? Is this a bad tat chest? Chest tat? That looks like a bad chest tat to me.
That's exactly it.
It looks like it. It's super sketch. It looks like it, almost.
Does it have a rough diamond around it?
I think I see his logo. I think I see his trademark. Alright, so now we have more just little thongs. Oh my god, this guy's way too young on the end here. Come on, guys. This is where I'm gonna get orders Greek statues. Oh, wow. Yeah, baby. Oh, this guy's sudsing up next to him. It's like an ex-boyfriend. You'll shoot your eye out. Oh, I love a man who's fucking mopping. That's hot.
Yeah, it's so hot when guys do it to my
Oh, here we go. Hey-o. I knew I was holding out for something. This guy's actually got nice abs here. But this ass, here you go, guys. That's what you fucking
holding out for a hero.
Yeah. Oh, they're getting worse. All right, so this is what Lange was talking about, like the Greek stuff here. This is wow. This is really something else. These guys are doing a lot of crunches. They're doing a lot of body work here. I mean, I gotta pay respect to these people that fucking model like this. Like your body, like seriously, like all you do is work and eat on it. Like you don't
imagine never eating for enjoyment ever again.
Yeah, seriously. Like no, we had mac and cheese tonight. It might have been a little gross, but at least I get to look at these asses. I mean, come on, guys. Oh wow! And for the final, why did they save someone hot for the end? Oh my god! I guess he's got a lot of bulge there. You can see quite a bit. Oh, this is the end. The orgy, 3-on-1. Oh, look at this! Wow, interracial. That one's crazy at the end. Oh, they got chains. That's fucking bad. Oh my lord! So, guy, Dani, where'd you get this? This is just another.
I got that at Obscura.
Okay, so that's someone in the city that this is what we talked about. I don't know if you guys have seen Obscura, but that they did a show on it, and that's where I learned about what an oddity was. Where it was a couple. There's a couple that owns the store, right? It's a husband and wife, or one man.
They're
or
friends,
woman.
yeah, they're friends.
But they explain how we got into oddities, and it's literally like a thrift store, but it's filled with all really weird stuff, and they would have people come in, and it seemed like how it's like porn stars where it was like set up like, hey, we're gonna look for this, and they knew you were coming in, they knew they had your match. Yeah, you know what I mean? Like you'd be like, hey, I need this, and they're like, yeah, come on in, film it, it's gonna look great because we have exactly what you want. But that's where I learned what an oddity was. So that's where you only went to Obscura once, or you've been there?
I've been there a couple of times.
Okay, and did you always buy something, or
always? Yeah,
it's kind of like a novelty just to go, right?
Yeah.
Right on the back, little cutie, so you can get caught with this. I think this is really funny because I don't really watch men like this, you know.
I don't either, but I felt like with all the if you've seen my apartment, there's a lot of naked women around my apartment. So you gotta, there's a lot of nudity. So I have this book just to even out the fact, because just
so everyone knows I'm an equal opportunist.
Just so you know, I'm not that gay. Just kidding.
Yeah, she's pretty gay. Look at what she brought over here. Look at, come on. No, that's a lot of fun. It's funny to see this kind of stuff because I'm sure this was risque for a man to be posing like that. Like a woman posed like that before a man did, I'm sure. Mm-hmm. So that was risque, and there was always kind of like a little bit of a gay vibe to the male modeling. Yeah. So that's a little risque.
What this doesn't look gay?
Yeah, that looks a little gay to me.
This doesn't look gay?
Yeah, both their bulges are nearly touching in that one. On the front there.
They're weird, triangular, torpedo-looking bulges.
They cut off the penis. I don't know, are those Greek statues at the museum? I don't know, I missed you guys.
Oh, you're right, there are... What is with the monkey? Wait, you pointed out the interracial thing before you pointed out that there's a fucking monkey.
I saw it on the screen.
There's a monkey on the guy's shoulder. Never mind the monkey on the guy's shoulder. God forbid there's a black dude in it.
I saw it on the screen like this. I only had the bottom of it. And I was like, oh, that's good. We're getting a little bit of color on here. And then I'm like, oh, straight, he's in chains. And the monkey's higher on the fucking chain than he is. This is horrible. It's a human pyramid, and they have a monkey on the top. It gets really deplorable at the end, guys. I thought this was going to be a nice show. I thought it was going to be family-friendly.
No.
I totally just thought we were going to tell the kids
about some titties.
But I love the backs of these cards. This is, very goddess-like. I like it. Alright, so there's something that you haven't showed me, right? What is this?
That is just a small history pamphlet on women.
Picture story of woman's sexual life. So this is a woman developing a medical?
Yeah.
Okay. Oh.
So it shows that and
showing the areas that are gonna get some feeling and probably grow some things. Oh, your ears, your tits, and your twat, guys. Ladies, I mean women.
People.
They. Those are the androgynous zones. Those are the zones. Is this Now I need some help. I'm gonna have to read this. So this is the clitoris because that looks like a fucking penis to me. That's the clitoris according to this fucking size of an organ is very much exaggerated to indicate its position. The clitoris is somewhat analogous to the male sexual organ, that it becomes more or less erect during coitus, and is also extremely excitable before and during the act. The clitoris is stimulated at the union of the two inner lips of the vagina. All right, so this is a very
old,
medical, like very
also
old.
very old.
Yeah, and just very basic. And this looks like just literally this is getting the facts out there. This is like some this is some funky like psychedelic outlook on the fallopian tubes. It's really menstruation and pregnancy. This is crazy because even my mom's oldest sister, like my grandmother, like handed her a book when she got her period. Like my grandmother didn't like sit them down and like explain like you're bleeding from your vagina now, you're becoming a woman, you're menstruating, this is normal. She like threw a book at them and was like, peace be with you, like. You know what I mean? So these kind of books like actually really work because this is something people didn't talk about. Men still to this day, there are men that have no idea or have daughters and won't buy tampons. Like Glenn will go to the store for me, and if I send him and I need him to get me something like that, like he'll buy that kind of stuff. And he doesn't have sisters, but like there are men that are like, I won't do that. Like you gotta fucking do that. So like it's also like one of those things like taboo like much, but it's really something that's so natural. So this is really important that stuff like this existed and got around because like this is something that a doctor would like study and then give to his buddy, right? Like to like
or like this was given out to
like you took a class and like a
people
lecture.
Learning,
yeah. Okay, so this page here is like a baby growing inside the woman. Like it's showing like how the feet and how the and how the baby's positioned. And this is like crazy stuff because back in the day they're just like theoretically talking about it, and they're like, no, the baby's like this and it's growing, and that's why the head comes out like this, and like this is like stuff they didn't have sonograms, obviously. So that's a whole other thing. You had brought some stuff last time. There's a lot of quack medicine. And neither of us are mic'd up. We just have the mics near us.
I've had mine here.
I'm sure it's fine. I'm sure it's fine.
Did somebody say that they can't hear us?
No, I'm just saying now. Maybe we can pretend. Maybe we can make a naked man calendar like Dan Romano is doing with bikini-clad women. She didn't ask me. Oh my God, Robin, I didn't get invited to be on the bikini calendar either because I don't have big enough tits, and I don't think you do either, so that's okay. Don't worry. Did you get your invite for the bikini calendar?
No, my stomach's too big to be in a bikini. Fuck that.
Dan, why are you being fucking an asshole and not
asking all my women? Tits on your body, and then maybe we could both be on the magazine.
Dan, that's the thing. That's the thing. Women just need part of everybody else. Like, me and one of my friends the other day, she was talking about herself, and I was saying, well, you have parts of your body that I look for, and I was like, I would Freaky Friday with you tomorrow if I could. She was like, would you really? I was like, I really would. I'm not kidding. Because, and we were even doing it, when we get ready, it's like, oh, but your hair's longer, oh, but you're this, but you're that, but it's like, and that's something women do, not to cut each other down. I just think it's part of the human, like, it's why we're attracted to as other women. It's why we could be like, wow, look at the tits on this woman. Like, whoa. Like, that's not just me being fucking bisexual. That's like human nature, that this is fucking mesmerizing. Like, even a little baby would be like, you know what I mean? Because fucking milk comes out of these things, guys. These are like fucking miracle fucking bags. Miracle bags. Is that you?
Oh, yeah.
Okay, because I'm going to say if that was a fucking ghost interference right now as we're talking about tits, I don't know, guys. I don't know. If those aren't milk bags, I don't know what are. Hashtag milk bags. Hashtag taxidermy duck. I really love this. I really will give you $800 for it later.
No, appeasement.
Bonnie didn't get invited either. I want to know the 12 girls that got invited, Bonnie. I want to know the 12 girls that he's gonna. It's gonna be 12 pictures of Dan. It's gonna be Dan's calendar. And it's gonna be Dan.
In the Borat speedos.
Yeah, Dan in a thong that goes over his shoulders. Because Bonnie won't know what Borat is. That's why I got it. That's why I'm giving him more in depth of what a Borat fucking speedo is, so she can get the full visual,
full reference.
Yeah, my wife. I just love this little guy so much. I can't believe $75 for a flock of them. That seems like a steal. So Oddities, it's like we said, it's kind of just like however much it's worth to you. So the last holder. So are you someone that sees yourself selling any of your stuff ever, or do you see yourself having this complete collection, or is it so eclectic that it can't be complete? How do you feel about your collection?
I have an ever-growing list of things that I want to add to my collection.
Like?
I still haven't gotten my full skeleton.
Okay.
I'm trying to find one, but with everybody wants one or everybody's parting one out, that it's like I'm not spending $5,000 on a skeleton, but that's like a whole nother
so
issue.
People part a skeleton out just like you would part a car out, because people need, I need a femur.
People would get more money from the parts than they would the skeleton, and then
but then you gotta hang on to the
full skeleton
bones.
itself is like worth so much money.
Right. Wow. So that's a crazy business. So that's one thing you want. What's something else that would be on your dream list? Let's just say you had an endless amount of money and it would be really easy to get your hands on something that's
random things that I have on like my list is like I want an X-ray of something up somebody's butt. Just for the humor of it.
Okay.
Like a light bulb or like a toy or some shit.
A gerbil.
Yeah, no.
A duck with a cowboy hat on.
Yeah,
Anybody?
No, but like some Legos or something. Like I really just want like something like that, or just like I really like X-rays, so like I want like an X-ray lamp or like.
Have I showed you the X-rays that I have on my aunt's skull? My aunt gave me literally. I'll show you them. They're really cool. It's literally my aunt. She's like, you got to black them out if you do anything with them. But it's pages and pages of when she had to get her head sculled, her scan sculled. So it's like your head in all the different positions. But I want to put like a light box and like take her name and her date of birth out and like just literally have some light behind it, because it's like the skull from up top, the skull from I'm like, you're my aunt, we look pretty similar. My head probably looks like that. But I always think
skulls look the same.
Yeah, they look about the same. So I think it would be a cool thing, but I have them out in the garage as my like treasure. They're gonna be a big art installation, but I will show you with behind some light later. Because I've always been fascinated. I mean, I have my logo is the skull, the to the bone, the skulls. You know, I've never been. We were laughing and joking with the skull last time, like I said, while paying homage to it, because I'm not. I don't know. Some people don't accept death, I guess, and I think a big part of
people are like very afraid of it.
Right, and me and you, I think, can almost take the severity out of it and joke about it. Like my aunt was saying how the first episode you were on was so funny because one of the first things you mentioned was, oh, you could bury a family member in the backyard. So then I'm joking about, oh, so I could save money and not have to, bury Glenn like in a casket. I'll just freaking bury him outside. And that's like appalling and deplorable, but
it's not.
But it's not. It like really, how long does the body go? I don't think my body's gonna go more than 60, 70 more years if I'm super fucking lucky. I'm 30 years old, guys. When I'm gonna live to like 102, like I'm fucking done. Like, take me in the back, like 77, I'll be like,
I feel
good.
like once you get to 100, it's like.
Yeah, it's like, all right, I made it to 100 now, guys. Like,
you did it.
I did it now. Newsday was here. Newsday was here. Let's just fucking do it. Yeah, my mom's friend lived to like 103, and that was the whole thing. When my mom met her, she was like 96, and she's like, I just want to make 100. I just want to make 100. And then after 100, she was just like, I'm good. No, she was like, yeah, no, I'm totally good with 100. I'm tapping out.
My other best friend, my friend.
But I was your best friend. All right, you're the best friend, okay.
My friend Val, her grandmother. God rest her soul, finally. Sorry, Nana. Sorry, love you.
Nana, we love you. Bless us, please.
No, I'm convinced that, like, the meaner you are, the longer you live.
Oh, only the good die young.
Nana lived to be like 107 or some shit. She basically outlived her entire fucking family. And she was not a nice lady sometimes. Like, especially when she was starting to go, she got a lot meaner. But I remember in high school, I broke a pair of my heels, and they were like the fake Spencer's heels, you know, that you get during Halloween. I was a sexy firefighter or some shit. And I broke my heel, and I like went into Val's house, and I was really upset. And she holds my hand very endearingly, and she's like, "It's because you're too heavy for the shoes." Like, that bitch, like, I was just like...
Yeah, like, fucking don't even glue them. Fucking change your shoes. Like, fucking thanks a lot, Nan. Fucking way to fucking be an asshole your whole life.
Yeah.
New man that Nancy Weems, new man that lived to 105. God bless him. You know, that's the thing. I mean, if I get to like 90, like I said, 77, if I'm 77, I'm gonna be on a rocking chair on the porch, fucking tapping out. I'm gonna be like, I'm good.
I want to be able to like function. Once I like can't function anymore, I'm just like,
yeah, I want to be able to still drive and to still do some sort of work. Like, because Glenn's grandma, she like is in this little community. And almost we went to it. I'm like, this is like a dorm room for retired old people. And she like has them like, they're all walking down to the bar. They have like all these little clubs. She's like down in like the other ladies' room. They're all making baskets one night. Like, they're literally like, she's like got like the best social life. Or like, this is great, you know? Because you have to make life happen like that, or you really will. Like, because right now, if I was like, oh, I'm an old lady now, I'm not gonna work out. Because me and you are someone who are like, we're pushing. I'm 31. You're gonna be 30 in 2 years. I'm aging you. But we're like, oh, we need to start working out. We need to like be in shape because like these bodies aren't gonna like fucking hold up with. They're not gonna hold up with our bullshit forever.
Like, if you can't move at 28, what are you gonna do at 38?
Yeah, if my back hurts from sitting in a chair at 31, I probably need to change my lifestyle a little bit. That's how I feel. That's
just to feel better.
Well, and that's really what it comes down to. Like, now I'm like, oh, I feel bad that like I'm like, oh, does my stomach hurt because I'm hungry, or does my stomach hurt because I was working out? I'm like, oh, it probably hurts because I was like working out a little bit, but that's like good. It's kind of like good to like feel yourself and like kind of push it a little bit, because I feel like the physical will then follow the mental, because I'm like not very good with keeping myself mentally in line a lot of the time.
Yeah. And
I feel like, all right, if I physically push myself and I could see change, and like I'll then be able to, I know I can apply it. I don't know. I just have some that's just in my head. That's just in my head how I'm rationalizing. I don't know. I'm getting old and this body's it's not gonna go with me.
I tell myself if I work out, I can eat whatever I want.
Well, that too, because like I like to be eating ice cream, like, and I'll be good all day. Like, they're like, oh, you eat like a bird, and I'm like, yeah, during the day. And then you see me, I come home and I fucking shove so many chips and so much crap in my mouth, and that's why during the day I have to be good, and I try to be like, oh, I'll be reserved and I'll jump some rope and because I know at night I'm gonna have the munchies and I'm not gonna have any control, and ice cream's going into my fucking pie hole. But you know, it's all about balance. It's about being a freak and a milkmaid. It's about being a prostitute and Betty Page, who is a gangster of being a tantalizing, you know, temptress, because she gave it all without giving it all. You know, like you said, she like totally was so much fun and tied people up and what was really cool.
She's the mother of the community. She started like what would be like the kink movement, because people didn't know about this, or this was all, you know, done under wraps, or like,
and they didn't know what they want. Like, people would call her photographer and be like, I want to see her strung up, being spanked with this, with that, in this outfit. And then they were like, okay, this is what the shoot is. And then they would send it to this client who specifically
OnlyFans without, you know, pre-OnlyFans.
Yeah, this was some high-end shit that she was doing. But she totally owned it, and she totally, you know, everyone that worked with her did not make it seem like she was held against her will, that there was a misogynist.
Also like a top as well.
She loved it. Yeah, she dominated the room. She totally dominated the room, which is like so empowering. So I think we've had quite an array. I mean, we've had some sexy women who owned it. We had tails you win, heads I lose. Head you lose. The giant man, JP, 8 feet 8 inches, guys. He was a circus star, right? He wasn't a wrestler. I was saying he was a wrestler. And these bulges, I just cannot get over. This book was a lot. This book was a lot of fun because I don't look at male porn enough. And we got to thank your local freaks because we would not have incubation if it were not for them. Oh, and your brothel candles. That was a lot of fun. We're going to burn one of those. We're going to find out how long it takes to get off. 7 to 10 minutes, allegedly, a brothel candle. Dani, as always, I cannot thank you enough for you bringing part of your collection and bringing yourself to the table.
No worries.
I always have so much fun hanging out with you, and I was glad that somebody was able to not make it today. Not because I don't like that person, because you were able to come with your collection, and it's more fun than just a conversation. I really think it is, because like you were like, can I just surprise you? Like, what do you want me to bring? I was like, just surprise me. I literally had no idea what she was going to bring, and I'm holding a duck and a cowboy hat, and I couldn't be happier. So guys, that's it. That's the show. Dani, is there anything you'd like to say to the people out there?
Sell me your teeth.
Yes, if you lose a teeth, lose a teeth.
If
you lose a teeth or you have a teeth pulled, give it to our friend Dani here, and she'll make a necklace and wear it. Okay, guys, thank you so much. Do not forget to thank your local duck and your local freak. That's the show. Get home safe. We love you.
Bye, everybody.
Watch the show. Oh, and subscribe on YouTube.
Share the show.
Subscribe on YouTube. Mandy Jones, the comedian. All free, fun content always.